What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update and related news report. And we have some good and some bad news. Let's start with the bad news. Yesterday's new virus cases number for the United States are in, and we just basically hit almost 100,000 new cases in the United States in just one single day on October 30th. We had 99,155 new cases. This is well above the previous high in July, where it was only 75,000 new cases. We have now been over that almost every single day over the past week. And with us now at 100,000 new cases and climbing with no plateau in sight, and going into the colder winter months where viruses tend to do better, we could be in for some trouble. Along with the stock market having its worst down week since March, which was the beginning of the pandemic when everybody panicked, it looks like that's starting to happen again as we have now had our worst week since March in the stock markets, and people are starting to get concerned. Also, let me say happy Halloween here from a nice, bright, sunny Ohio day. It's only in the 40s out, but it is nice and sunny. I remember trick-or-treating as a kid where it would snow sometimes on Halloween and sometimes it would be nice. And just last year, I think it was when we took Julian to a few houses, it was like pouring rain that was turning into snow, and it wasn't a fun time. But we will be taking our 2-year-old son to a few of the neighbors' homes. He is going to be wearing his second Halloween costume. I will have that for you guys in the next video. In the last video, he was an Ewok from Star Wars, and he's very excited. He's been watching Halloween cartoons on YouTube Kids for weeks now, so he is very excited about Halloween. Now, strangely enough, some people are actually excited that the stock market is dropping because Wall Street is now clamoring for more stimulus. And we know, heaven forbid, when Wall Street drops and they start calling for stimulus and for bailout and for money into the economy, well, then Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell will have to step in and do it now, surely, right? And that is what we could see happening as Wall Street screams for more stimulus money, and the elections are now upon us, what, 2 to 3 days away at this point? We could be seeing it here as early as next week. Nancy Pelosi has had this hidden agenda, what a lot of people think, where she has basically been delaying the stimulus until after the election. Well, now we are upon the election, so will the delay be over? So the question is, will Nancy Pelosi and the Republicans be able to make a deal now after the election, or will President Donald Trump step in and try to pass an election or pass a presidential executive order now that it is Saturday? And we know he's notorious for passing presidential executive orders on Saturday. It's pretty much do or die time if he wants to pass a presidential executive order for stimulus checks. Wait, what? You said something's different? What? What's different? I don't think anything different. Anyways, let's just hope that President Donald Trump will either step in to pass a stimulus check now, right before the election. It's do or die time. He's going to have to do it now, or else just hope that his chances, basically are as good as he can and that nobody creeps up on him for the election. And hopefully he has enough votes. If you're looking at President Donald Trump's point of view, I think the stimulus check would have helped him creep up on the election and gain a lot more votes, a lot more people than just hoping for the best. And honestly, it is Halloween, so anything could happen. We'll have to see if the president wants to do it. I don't think there's any reason why he shouldn't do it. I mean, why not do the presidential executive order, pass the stimulus check, and make the Democrats look bad if they want to challenge it? I mean, now's the time to do it. Either that, or we're going to have to hope that they can come to an agreement after the election, which is now only 2 to 3 days away. We're starting to see a lot of Wall Street CEOs, such as Apple and Walmart, just within the past few days, coming out and basically begging for new stimulus for the economy. Even though Apple themselves isn't doing bad, they know that the general population needs money to be able to spend to keep spending going. And if spending dries up in the United States, then we're likely to see an even larger crash going forward. Now, there's some people out there that are actually secretly wanting the stock market to crash because one, it presents a buying opportunity. If you're looking to invest money in stocks, buying them cheaper will gain you more money in the long run. Also, for your 401ks, if you do have a 401k that you contribute to occasionally every few weeks or something like that, you will be buying in lower. And also, strangely enough, is as stocks do worse, the chances for stimulus go higher. The worse stocks are doing, the more that Congress is actually likely to step in and pass another stimulus package quickly, because that is exactly what happened in March when stocks were dropping like a rock, almost every single day, seeing anywhere from 5 to 7% drops per day. That is when Congress stepped in right away and started passing multiple stimulus packages. So, honestly, hopefully, with this election out of the way, hopefully Nancy Pelosi will lose her political agenda now that President Donald Trump will have either been reelected or not reelected, and we could get that out of the way. Wait, what? Did you say something's behind me? I don't see anything. Wait, you're saying that something is directly behind me? Happy Halloween! This is actually a knight's suit that I had many, many years ago. My wife likes to get in it in the middle of the night and wear it around the house. And she just kind of like gets in there and has like a party by herself, like in the night suit, just kind of walking around the house occasionally. It's kind of weird. I tell her it's kind of weird, but I don't know. She's a weird person. But yeah, we had that smaller one there, and then we have the large one, which you can see is thing's got to be like 8 feet tall. It's kind of crazy because it's pretty light actually. It's like metal, but it's hollow on the inside, so it's huge. I mean, it's not like super light, but it's definitely an interesting piece that we had to get out of storage and bring out for you guys. He's so tall that you literally can't even see him. But yeah, happy Halloween. Also, strangely enough, a new ruling by the Supreme Court will let some states actually count mail in ballots after Election Day, but not others, in what's pretty strange. And this could actually delay the results of the elections as they're trying to still count ballots after Election Day. Also, strangely enough, if President Donald Trump and Joe Biden tie in the election, it could actually lead to Nancy Pelosi becoming temporarily president. Happy Halloween! As if that wasn't scary enough, Nancy Pelosi could actually become president. Maybe she's actually in this suit of armor hiding behind me. At this rate, I wouldn't put it past her. Because there is 538 votes in the electoral college distributed among 50 states, there could actually, and 538 is an even number, there could actually be a tie in a presidential election. With 538 electoral votes being an even number, if there was a tie, the vote would go to the U.S. House of Representatives to break the tie. However, unlike the number of electoral votes, there are 435 members in the U.S. House of Representatives, meaning that a majority vote is guaranteed. However, each state and not each representative, in this case of a tie, gets one vote based on the party majority of that state. So, for example, a vote among U.S. representatives from Maryland, which has 7 Democrats and 1 Republican, would go to the Democratic candidate. A vote among Florida, which has 13 Democrats and 14 Republicans, the vote for that state would go to the Republican candidate. Critics say this system is vastly disproportionate given that the top 10 largest states, which have half the population, would get 20% of the vote, while the remaining states, which is less than half the population, would get 80% of the vote. The vice president, meanwhile, would be chosen by the Senate in the case of the tie. This means that the US could actually have a Republican president and a Democratic vice president, or vice versa. If the House can't decide on the president and the Senate has chosen a vice president, then the vice president would become the acting president until the matter was resolved. If neither the Senate nor the House can pick someone, then the Speaker of the House, in this case Nancy Pelosi, would become acting president until both chambers of Congress decide on someone. I guess Nancy might have the last laugh after all. Don't forget to like this video, and if you're new here, subscribe down below if you haven't yet so you don't miss out on new videos. I will keep you updated regarding the second stimulus check, unemployment extension benefits, and the election as we're coming up on it. You can click on these top videos here to watch my newest stimulus check videos next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.